What's up guys, Tech here, and welcome back to another 2-Minute Monday, and we got a good one for you guys today. So without further ado, let's cue that intro. Now if you guys have been following along, we recently did a full in-depth review of the Google Home Mini. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll leave a link below in the description, and there'll probably be a card around here somewhere. So go ahead and click on that and check that out if you want to. But today, for our 2 minutes, we're just going to be covering the top 5 features. So go ahead, watch the countdown, and let's begin. Now the 5 features that we're going to cover are either with the device right now or are coming in the very near future. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So first up, we got announcements. Now with the new devices coming in, Google expects, I guess, more people to buy it and more people to have them in their homes and more people to have multiple of them in their homes. So they introduced announcements. And what announcement is basically a sort of intercom system without your voice. Basically, for people with Android phones, they can send notifications to the homes around their house that alerts people of certain things, like dinner's ready, or they all need to meet somewhere, or if you just need to tell somebody something. As long as you have an Android phone with Google Assistant, you can send an announcement to all your Google Homes. Next up, we got Find Your Phone. Now obviously this isn't anything new for devices, but for Google this is, so it's a welcome feature. It basically allows you to find your phone by just asking Google where your phone is at, and it works for iOS and Android, but obviously it works better for Android phones because that's just what it's built for. For the iOS phone, you would definitely need to get the app first before you getting it and before using it. So that would basically be your process of handling the situation, but it does now allow you to find your phone just by asking it. Another benefit of having the Android phone with this device is that you're going to be able to have your phone ring even if it's on silent if you're looking for it, where on iOS, even if it's on silent, it won't be able to make it ring, so it's just gonna have to stay on silent for you. So definitely Android works better with this, as it would obviously seem so. Now next up, we got quick phrases. So quick phrases is something that Google's introduced, and they're starting to broaden a lot. So what a quick phrase is basically you using a set of commands or a set of sentences that basically gives you more than what you're essentially asking for. For example, there was previously the command of saying good morning, which would give you weather, traffic, news alerts, and more than just that. It would give you a bunch of information for that one sentence, and that's what basically short commands and quick phrases are. With the new update, Google is expecting people to be able to customize their own quick phrases now and be able to actually use that to help simplify their lives. Previously, before, users would get a similar functionality out of using apps like IFTTT, which is if this then that, which would basically allow them to pair their devices like Alexa and Google and all those things to have commands where if they do this, then this would happen, and following sequences so they could do multiple things. But Google has definitely made it more easier by just implementing it directly into the device with quick phrases. Now the next one that we got is the ability to send information to your phone. So if you're asking Google about information like traffic, news, weather, all that kind of stuff, you can also add in the command of send it to my phone, which would directly send the information that Google would have given you directly to your phone as well. It would obviously still speak it to you, but in case you wanted that information for later, it's also going to send it straight to your phone for you to look at later or at that moment, depending on what you do, which is really good for directions and traffic and weather, all that kind of stuff, because you'll be able to just hop in your car after asking Google what directions you need, and it'll already have it mapped out for you ready to go as long as you tell it to send it to your phone. So that's a really awesome feature, because Google is definitely adding in more functionality with the phone, with the device, so they have more connectivity so that it's pretty much easier for all users, and it's going to be awesome. And they've definitely added this in for iOS. Again, with Android phones it works a little bit better, but iOS devices will still have this functionality as well. Last but not least, we got voice recognition and the ability to control your phone with the device, specifically making phone calls as well. So Google has introduced voice recognition with the Home Mini, which basically means it can recognize your voice versus other people's voice, which is really awesome. If you don't know what I'm talking about exactly, in our previous video with the full in-depth review, we did a bunch of tests on it, so you can go check that out. But a quick explanation is different accounts are registered to the Google Home Mini, and based on voice recognition, it'll determine whose phone to actually carry out the command on and for what response you should get. So if I were to say, what is my name to the device, it will tell me what my name is, Ash or Tech, versus if my friend says the same command, as long as their account is registered to the device, it will give them their name rather than mine, because it'll be able to recognize whose voice is talking and respond to the accurate premises. The way that helps also is based on working with your phone itself. So if I were to say call my mom, it's gonna call my mom rather than calling somebody else's mom, versus again, if the same friend says call my mom, it's gonna call theirs from their phone. So everything is managed separately per person. Reminders, updates, work locations, all that kind of stuff is strictly per person by voice activation. Another way that this helps is that there's less of a chance of people using your device if they're not registered, because it won't be able to recognize their voice, so it won't carry out the commands. They'll still be able to turn on the device with the Hey Google or the OK Google, but they won't be able to actually carry out any functions that the device can do. So those are our top 5 features. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, leave a like below. Leave a comment about what feature you think you're most excited about, or if you think we missed one and you would like to see something about it, just drop that below in the comments. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, as I will be posting a lot more giveaways, a lot more tech news, and a lot more channel updates. So make sure you follow along. The links will be in the description below for that. And also make sure you check out some of the old videos. We got a lot of old content that is absolutely worth seeing, as well as future content upcoming. So make sure you're subscribed so you can catch all that as well. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.